Microphone farts, a terrible case of microphone farts. I had to fix it! So I disconnected the microphone. I disconnected the microphone from the preamp. From the preamp, I disconnected the cable that goes to the noise gate compressor thingamabob. This is, by the way, the component that is the most disposable. This is equipment that I bought a good 10 years ago. So I was like, the life cycle of it has reached its course. I shouldn't be bitching about it. It lasted me quite a long time. So, you know, it is what it is. Electronics and such and things, they simply have an expiration date. You should be glad that it lasted you this long. Sure, in total it was literally $1,000 at the time. It was Patreon money back when I had a Patreon. And I made a big deal about, you know, this is what I'm spending my Patreon money on, reinvesting on the channel. So amortized to 10 years, you could say I've spent $100 of Patreon money into, wow, what a choice that I just made going in here. Excellent choices being made. Get me out of here. Anyway, disconnected the noise gate preamp thingamabobber. And then from there, I disconnected the audio interface. From the audio interface, I disconnected the connection to the computer. I also didn't just, there you go, you just get a little pierced in the butt there, Belinda. You're good, everything's fine. Also, what we in the industry call a power cycle, which is just unplugging everything. Instead of just turning it off, you unplug it from the outlet. Every single thing needs to be unplugged. It feels like superstition, I'll be honest with you. It's like, what are you doing that instead of, you know, you can simply turn off the power strip and that should do the exact same thing. It feels like superstition, but the number of times that it has actually solved the issue, it is too high to ignore. So you power cycle it. So everything is disconnected. Everything is off the power outlet. Reconnect everything one by one. And I have had this problem before where something is funky. You do what I just described and the issue magically goes away. Sometimes electronics get borked. It's like magic. Technology these days, I heard this in a video, don't think I'm coming up with it. I forget who said it, but this is an idea that I heard, not that I just came up with. I need to give credit to someone else instead of just pretending like I am a genius or some kind of insightful individual. Technology today is like magic. When it malfunctions, it's like the spell fizzled. You can't be too salty about it because this is some marvelous, out of this world, incredible physics that you're taking advantage of. I have 4 bombs. I should be able to grab the sacks without killing myself and without spending every single resource that I have. So, you know, when the spell fizzles, you just recite the incantations and hope that it fixes the problem. It did not fix the problem, unfortunately. Okay, so we got a bag, and now we go to the other side. And it shall all be worth it. Unfortunately, it actually made it worse. I had turned it all back on, listened to the microphone audio, and it was literally. So I was like, oh, baby. It is time to buy a new microphone. But first, I need to know exactly which of these 20 billion components is the ones that's malfunctioning, because there's a decent chance it's not the microphone, it is not the audio interface, both of which are the big ticket items. It may be the preamp, it may be the noise gate compressor thingamabobber that I got to prevent the possible, what's it called? Now I forget the term for it. It is a very common term in audio engineering and video tubing in general. I forget. I need to find out exactly what this word is. Clipping distortion. I knew that it was a very simple word, but it didn't want to come into my brain. I also, because this was another question that I had in the back of my mind, but I also did not broach before I paused. It's like, how long ago truly was it? And I saw an email from 2017. That's when I bought this audio setup that I am using right now. I have not changed it in any capacity. Exactly the same. Wow. Exactly the same as when I bought it. So, you know, it was quality stuff. 8 years old, not a single dysfunction. I would say that's a win. Really? I have done this to myself. My brother in Christ. What the hell? I mean, I have a bomb I can push through, or actually literally just push through, but it's the principle of the thing, you know? It's the principle. Anyway, got that equipment to prevent clipping distortion that you may be hearing right now. Do let me know, by the way. I have done tests. I have recorded and listened to the video and that kind of stuff ahead of posting this. But there's something about audio that is weirdly specific to the system you're listening in. So if there is a majority saying, hey, your audio is actually too low, your commentary, your game sounds are drowning your commentary, I will definitely pay attention to that. If it's only one person, I don't pay attention. You need several people complaining about it, because for me, it sounds great. I don't know what your experience is, but maybe if it's just one person, maybe you are just an idiot. So I'll look into it in the case that it's more than just one person who happened to turn down the volume and never realized it. I am a law-abiding citizen. We're going to buy this key and then we're going to depart this land. Actually, you know what? No. Satan, get thee behind me. I do not want the temptation of a horrible backpack in my anus. Grunk, you're about to suffer the duel of your life. You cannot withstand the assault of this boomerang man. You! Oh, Major Stupid, you slippery little mongrel. How could you escape Kali's embrace? You have blasphemed. You have spat upon her face. I cannot believe you would do such a thing. Now I need to leave in disgust, bereft of all my adoration. This upsets me so. I cannot believe it. Yeah. Okay, fine. You're a good dog. You're a good dog. I apologize for losing my temper. Please. Isn't it just terrible, man? I don't know if it happens to you. Sometimes I will lose my temper at Luna because she'll just be so loud, and I shush her. I always feel so bad. What the hell is the deal here, brother? What are you doing? That sounded like an eggplant. The mystery of the eggplant head will never be solved. Let us simply embrace a new life full of other violent endeavors. I was in the middle of saying something. Oh, yeah. I'll shush her. Murder me. I do not accept this fate. Do you think I'll ever find out what this is about? I'm going to try again, but you and I both know that this is a completely pointless endeavor. I'm going to lose horrendously before I find out what the hell this Ujjarai is for. Let's carry on. Hopefully, I can put it somewhere valuable. I doubt it very much. Let's find out. And when I shush her, Luna immediately goes quiet. She walks away, and then she starts mowing again with this mournful sound. And it's like, you know exactly how to make me feel bad, you evil, manipulative little minx. This is a bit of a problem. I want it. I need to have it. I must have it. I accept my fate. I just found all these items just laying here without anybody watching them. Isn't that crazy? Man, Spelunky 2.5 just does some serious new things. I am flabbergasted. I will just get items for free just like that. So strange. Anyway, sometimes, you know, Spelunky 2.5 gives you a break, I guess. Sometimes you don't have to work for everything. It just gives you a bunch of free stuff. Very happy about that. Then here I come, the human apologizing to the cat. How sad is that? How sad is that? That the cat can manipulate me so, and she knows what she's, oh, she knows what she's doing. You can't tell me that she's being sincere. She's totally oh, that's right, this guy's mad at me. For so completely unrelated reasons, of course. Completely unrelated reasons. They are just racist. They hate the Mexicans because they are Americans. So obviously, they're jealous of my incredible schlong. Get me out of here. This is just silly. How are you guys? How about you guys? I see a lot of people on the internet that seem to have endless patience for animals, and I am very patient with animals. But sometimes, you know, you lose your patience. Yeah! Oh, baby! Son of a whore. I may have committed unspeakable crimes in order to get the key to get into this little cave to get the Ujjarai. Let us not speak of the crimes. Let us just be happy that I was able to obtain what I did. And now I'm going to bum my way out of here because there may be somebody that's a little upset on the other side of this door. Instead, I'm going to pick this other door. Never mind, this door is actually locked from the outside. No wonder that Gronk could not get out. I guess I'll have to face the consequences of my actions. Never mind. The evil monstrosity that was haunting this space has decided to commit suicide, for I am a Mexican and he was an American. Ha! You thought I wouldn't bring back that little stupid bit, but I did. And now I am the successful fella that prevails over these filthy shopkeepers, paying no attention to all the humiliating defeat that I have heaped upon my person. We only pay attention to the successes. The 20 billion failures are only a preamble to the amazing success that you're going to have. If you are too afraid to fail, you will never make it big. What you got in the back later, buddy? Is it always snakes? These days, it seems to be always snakes. I feel like sometimes there will be no snakes, and some other times there will be kind of a crazy pile of nonsense. Lala! Well, that's upsetting. Why you have hover packs, of all things? Why are you putting hover packs here? This is atrocious. I hate everything about this. What the hell, brother? We're leaving. We're leaving, going back to where it came from. This is bullshit. I hate it. There is a 0% chance I can actually beat that, so here I am having to spend 2 ropes to get back up there. There was some hover packs, perhaps the most useless piece of garbage you could possibly heap upon my person, but I guess I'm just gonna try and make it through this life. What you got? Some bombs, very nice. It's alright, this darkness does not daunt me. I am all powerful or capable. She was just the canary in the coal mine. That's the purpose that she was following. And just like the canaries in the coal mines, she fell into some spikes that is now skewered at the bottom of a pit. Oh, that's right, I was forgiven at the start of this little cave. Into the jungle we go. Everything will be fine. I actually have 2 slaves somehow. Very nice. This beats all those times that I spent this out. Ah! I should have left the monkey to do as he pleases with my butthole. There's lizards here. Why is there lizards in the jungle? This is not what I was supposed. It's not the natural order of things, TommTamm. You have tampered with nature. Look at that. There you go. Yeah, we just leaving, right? We just balling. Ooh, baby. You kind of have to do this. Mistakes were made. I'm ready to free the slaves. I've become a new man, It is just so wrong what they're doing to you, Gronk. Let me just grab you by the pussy, and we're going to leave this place. You and I, we're free together. Don't worry about a thing. You are going to go straight to the exit with me. Idiot, you trusted me. What an absolute moron. He thought that he would be liberated, but instead, he got sacrificed. I am sure none of you saw this plot twist coming. It's not as if it happens every single time that I go out of my way to save a slave. Anyway, there is a crate there, but there's also a maniac. Kind of a problem, isn't it? A bit of an issue that we're facing here. Quite the snag, if I do say so myself. Conundrum, if you will. Terrible ordeal that I decide to just ignore completely. Let me give myself this Ujjarai once more. We have another one of these, and we carry on through these dwellings. Is it me that is sucking, or is it Spelunky 2.5 that is finding extra amusement in obliterating my ass? Either way, it seems like every death has been enormously entertaining, so I really don't mind. And once more, I am governed by greed. Here I am. That was a mistake. But was it a mistake? Or just a happy accident? God damn it. I'm just trying to get in there. But this absolute fatso is in my way. Do I spend my last bomb to try and kill this lady? And then be horribly humiliated when it inevitably fails? The answer is yes. Kaboom! Don't worry. Things will be okay. I've been watching... I think like I was having some kind of long, protracted, pointless point that I was making, and then it completely evaporated from my mind. It's talking about cats and being patient with the cats, I think. I did all that work and don't even have access. I don't even have access to the damn dinosaur thing. Give me that. Give me that. You don't know how to handle that firearm. All right, well, was 4 bombs fine price for this shotgun? I am going to say no. How about no? It was not worth it, but hey, never punished, because I just grabbed myself 3 extra bombs. Everything worked out. Only a slight humiliation of myself. That's not anything that I'm not used to, so everything's fine. Why are you mad, though? Why are you mad? I've done nothing to you. I certainly did not engage in horrible violence that I literally can no longer recall. Seems like it's not warranted, however. Like it's really not my fault that this is happening right now. Let's see if we can lure this maniac out of there in the next 30 seconds, please. That works out. Everything works out. Okay, maybe this time around in the jungle I will not succumb to instant death. That'll be amazing. I want to get rid of this monkey. This filthy, disgusting simian needs to go. There you are. Hey. Ah. We have 5 points of health. It's okay. We can afford a little bit of face punishment. All right. There you are. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I've been watching, for some reason, YouTube God decided to plant a Spelunky 2 tool-assisted run in front of me. And I clicked on it, and I was instantly enchanted by the absolute madness that are tool-assisted speedruns. I've seen tool-assisted speedruns before, but not of Spelunky 2. It is truly a thing of beauty to watch those things. Especially the ones that are not even trying to, oh, let's make it a super fast thing, and that is the entire purpose. The purpose of the tool-assisted run is actually to be goofy or to do weird shit, and those are such a joy to watch. Wow, you actually performed better than I did. Grunk. Your reward is a mouthful of lead. Let's ignore that cave completely. I really don't care for it. I don't want to do anything with it. It's just too much freaking work to antagonize the rat face. And for what? For what? For a pile of garbage that will be down there. So check them out on the YouTube. Just type Spelunky 2 TAS and you'll be regaled to a plethora of truly amazing Spelunky 2 gameplay. And they're often really short because the entire point of most of the time is going to be, let's see how fast we can do this, but also while doing really insane stunts. So they're short watches that are just full of wonder if you are a Spelunky 2 aficionado and really have enjoyed watching speedrunners. It is, you know, obviously it is a machine doing it, but it's not like it doesn't take skill. It just takes a different, it takes a lot of knowledge. Everything's fine, everything's fine. My register went up a little bit, not because I was talking about anything interesting, but because I was harassed by horrible monsters. I don't know what goes into it, but you cannot possibly tell me it doesn't take a shitload of work, an insane amount of work, to create a tool-assisted speedrun. There is no way the machine is making the decisions, right? I don't know, but it really does not seem plausible to me. That is the machine making the decisions. You have a human that puts in all the machine inputs. You're gonna break my fall, buddy. You're going to be a great team player. Well done. There's a human that puts in all the inputs, frame by frame, I would assume. Maybe there's some automation at some time. Maybe you can have a little bit of higher level programming involved. But as far as I understand, a tool-assisted speedrun is literally a speedrun that a human does with a tool assisting them, you know? But like I said, I have never looked into what goes into it. But it really does seem like it would require painstaking effort to the point of being comparable to animating something frame by frame. You know, it's comparable to like stop motion, I would say. It's on the same level of effort. It's what I feel. I don't know. I just feel this is the truth that I'm speaking right now. Let me do a little bit of murder here in anticipation of getting embraced by the mother. Going to give me all the love I never got as a child. There you go. Do you hear that, mother? Do you hear me? My mother actually listens to these videos, and you know, she is Spanish, but she has been learning quite a lot of English. She often understands a lot of the gist of everything that I'm saying. So I really need to cool it with this kind of jokes, because my mother is a saint that loved me so intensely to this day. Truly have an amazing mother. I lucked out monumentally with my mother. So I really don't want to say anything that would even remotely upset her. Look at me doing this instead of spending a rope, even though certain death would have awaited me. Would I have done things poorly? I have 7 bumps. Let's get ourselves in here. I did notice the click of the Jedi, but I must know. No, don't do it. No. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Always a big fan when Mole Man shows up in the middle of a random level. Antonio Banderas did not see that one coming. Truly, a curious fate to fall to. I would totally sign up for a death like that when it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? If it's time to go, being instantly crushed by a rolling ball of echidna. It's not an echidna, it's a freaking a porcupine man. Quillback, that's the official name. What the hell kind of nonsense is this? Hey, we have come full circle. I found the shrine. Let me crush you real quick, lady. You seem to have enjoyed that. Maybe it's a bit of a fetish that you got going on there. You had quite the smile when that came to pass. all the way to the point in which the crushing weight of the stone snuffed the life out of you. Let me get out of here. We're going to carry this piece of crap up until some point, and I have no idea what that point will be. We are extremely unlikely to find out, especially with the level of performance that I am putting on today. I think I have reached conclusive evidence that it is indeed me that is sucking ass, and it's not Spelunky 2.5 putting terrible difficulty in my path. Kind of feeling like that's definitely not the case here. Was that a good shot? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Hell yeah. Get back up there. Get myself my massive MacGuffin. That's right. It's not something I grab. It's something I grab, but in a different way. Let me get to the jungle again. For some reason, I'm fixating on the jungle today. You're not going to convince me that's not the path I'm going to follow. Ah, ah. You filthy piece of trash trying to startle me out of my path. That is my chosen path. This is my destiny. What's with the tribal chanting? I see a lot of tribes. They're chanting their blasphemous garbage hymns to Ukashakta. You purveyors of filth. Ukashakta is not the god that you should worship. There's only Kali. Kali and Shaglaroth. Those are the two deities that I have given myself unto. And if you worship someone else, you are my enemy. You shall be put to the sword. You will be obliterated by my zealous devotion. So anyway, I was in the middle of saying things, and then I get murdered, and the train of thought completely goes into the garbage. My mother is great. Don't you ever even dare to suggest otherwise. I crack jokes, and I shouldn't. Because, man, if there's something that I've always, let's say 99.9% of the time, I've always been, self-aware about. A lot of teenagers. I mean, as a teenager, I did have really retarded momentary lapses of judgment. For the most part, I was always aware how lucky I was to have good parents. I still have them. They still help me out all the time. They're still, basically, other than my wife, the people are on my team all the time. So, I do crack a few jokes here and there. Nothing but jokes. Basically gave me a massive spawn buff to have such good parentage. Ooh. All right, well, here we are, and still trucking. My slaves have fallen by the wayside. They were weak of flesh and feeble of spirit. Don't worry, my strength will carry us forward, forever forward, until we can maybe place this in an altar or somewhere. Maybe melt it. I don't know what's involved in the usage of this thing. I might be having to carry it all the way to freaking Tiamat for all I know. No damn clue what this is all about. But I am carrying it forth. Wonder if it will click like the Ujjarai does. I doubt it very much. What the freaking hell just happened? Oh, it was thorns, and I face planted onto them. That's what happened. Hello, Kali. We did try to sacrifice this, right? And all it gave me was a grunk? I'm thinking about something else. Obviously, because nothing happened there. So I guess I'll just carry on with my life. Let's try to make some sacrifices here often. I will suffer the ultimate demise. Am I being molested? Yes, I am. I always have to wonder, second guess about that. Oh. Okay. We'll get this done. Put on the exit. And let's get to work. Please. This is so dumb. Perhaps the stupidest bits of damage I could have ever taken. Oh, I thought I was going to that man. but I was only going to a dead end. Actually, this is not a... No, it's not a dead end. It is kind of a... Ah!